All right, what it do, everybody? It's your boy LOG from Where There's Smoke. We're live. I'm here with Mr. Joe Games, aka Joey Flex. We're just gonna talk about the hottest thing on the news the past, like I would say, 5 days. The United Healthcare CEO, unfortunate passing, and then the killer, Luigi, whatever his name is. So we're just gonna talk about that, give our takes on it, and kind of shoot the shit.
Yo, what to do, everybody? Mr. Joe Games here, Joey Flex. Thank you for having me on, Logan. Just want to say appreciate everyone that smashed the like button, subscribes, and comment down below. Let us know what you want us to talk about, and check out my YouTube channel whenever y'all get the chance. I do gaming, and sometimes I'll just do random videos as well.
Hell yeah, we got his gaming channel up there in the corner opposite of mine. Y'all for sure go check it out. Let's see. What are your early thoughts before we could dive into some like news videos and shit, just the coverage I'm sure everyone has seen, but what are like when you first saw it, what was your initial thoughts? Let's just get into like real initial stuff, I guess, in the beginning.
Well, I saw it on the news, right? And I thought it was pretty crazy that they just assassinated someone in healthcare, because that's kind of like what I'm going for
That's
in
true.
career wise. And
Yeah.
I was like, man, maybe this is a dangerous route.
Yeah.
But nah, I mean, I thought it was crazy, and then I didn't find out more about it until you had me on the podcast a few days ago.
Hmm.
And when you said that they still haven't caught him, I was blown away that they took him forever to. It took McDonald's again with McDonald's. McDonald's seems to be the center of everything when it comes to Trump, when it comes to this killer.
Yeah.
You know, um, some random person recognized him, and the employee also recognized him, and they're getting on edge, and they called the cops.
Yeah. Yeah. The first thing I took away was like I feel like this news story just had way more coverage than other news stories. Like I could be wrong, but I just felt like they were pushing out a new like when I would wake up in the morning and check YouTube, there would be a story like stories about what had gone on that were like, within an hour old, like 20 minutes old, 30 minutes old. And then I'd get home at the end of the day and get on YouTube and there'd be new stuff like I feel like every news cycle there was like they were keeping up with this and they didn't want to let it go or forget about it. And it's not like they reported on it and then they waited till he was captured and they had more to tell. Like they were every little update, there was like a major news story about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong, but I just felt like they were really honed in on this more. And maybe that's because like someone that's like you were saying that's in healthcare that's not necessarily like a politician or maybe what people would normally consider like super controversial, but to be killed in the middle of New York City. What time? It was like in the middle of the day too, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess for that to happen is like
In
pretty
broad
crazy.
daylight.
Yeah.
That's what's crazy.
Yeah.
And this Luigi guy came from a wealthy family. He had it all. He went to a good university, and he still went through with this.
Yeah, that's I think a big story is like a lot of people resonate with um like obviously not maybe taking it as far as killing people, but they a lot of people resonate with the fact that the average American is getting like really screwed over by these large corporations, specifically like these healthcare. When it's, I went to lunch today with my dad and we were talking about it, and I think we both came to the thing that like people feel like if we just want healthcare so that we're not sick, why is someone becoming like super rich off of that fact? Okay, everyone just wants to be okay and have a basic healthcare, but that turns into someone ending up rich, and I think that kind of strikes a chord with people. Like, why are you getting rich off of you know what like is that justified? You know what I mean?
Like people's needs. Yeah, like I think the healthcare industry is pretty messed up, but it's kind of the most
And what did I say?
successful business to go into, because when it comes to a need like plumbing, electricity, people need that stuff. That's why trades are so valuable. Or when it comes to high status workers, or when it comes to your health or healthcare or medication, people are making money, so much money off because people need it. It's not a want, it's a need. People need medication, they need therapy, they need treatment, they need surgeries. you name it. Like they're gonna spend the extra cash, they're gonna spend the money because they need it,
Right,
and
but
they don't
insurance is
force
even
you.
in a little bit of its own vein because it's one thing if a doctor gets rich, everyone thinks, well, we need this, whether he's a surgeon or what have you. Like, we need this guy because he's performing a duty, and like, but this healthcare guy, it's like, other than like organizational skills, what are you, what like, what service are you providing that we can't do without? You know what I mean? For the electrician or the plumber or even like the good lawyers, which that's a whole other thing probably, but like the good doctors, like all these other things, like people are okay with them maybe getting a little bit of money because they're continuously providing a service that the people are satisfied with. Versus this guy, like, other than making decisions and like organizing stuff, what is he really doing that we can't do without? And I think that's where people are like, okay, you're doing a service that we could probably do without, and not only that, but you're rich because of it. And I think people, I even pointed this out about streamers like a month ago, how like how much longer are people going to be okay with them being rich while everyone else is poor? But this is a whole other avenue of like people there's a lot of people that have this sentiment of like this guy doesn't deserve to be rich basically.
Because all he does is play video games and stream or bring baddies on
Well,
or
I
live
I was
streams.
shifting it. I went back and forth right there, but at the end I was talking back to this healthcare guy. Like why does he deserve to be rich? What does he really do? You know
Well,
what I
see, they're
mean?
the middleman. Like,
Right.
there's a bunch of insurance claims, health claims that people need to fill in and get through the process to get those, like, what's the word? Like money. So you pay for insurance, and the insurance will cover amount of money for you if you get sick or hurt or whatever. Because if you try to do it without them, you're not going to be able to afford treatment. You
For
feel me?
sure. Yeah.
And since I feel like this Luigi guy, since he came from a wealthy family, and he really had apparently had a lot of trouble with his back. He had a lot of back pain.
Hmm.
So when he tried to like fix this or get it done, the insurance agencies would not approve of the claim and say,
Right.
"Oh, you're being like a little pussy or whatever,"
Right.
and it's not needed. So that probably like he's been fighting with this for a long time apparently, and
Hmm.
I guess he just got fed up
Yeah.
and he's like, "I'm gonna go to the source and take care of it."
Hmm.
But yeah, like if you make too much money, you have to pay more than you want. Like you have to pay an extra premium on top of whatever you're paying for healthcare.
Do you what are your thoughts on like what am I trying to say? I'm just surprised with him being like from a well-to-do family and already having some money that he didn't just pay to go like a better doctor, which is usually what happens. You know what I mean? But the healthcare over like there's the healthcare side of it and then there's like the insurance side of it, but like our healthcare is just not where like it could be or where I think people would like it to be. You know, like we still don't have like a foolproof cure for cancer. Um and just a lot of
That's cause
small,
that's cause that's cause they don't want us to have that.
but even a bunch of
Like
small things, and I bet there's people that can identify with this. I even have some like small minor health nagging issues that like you go to the doctor and you express what you're dealing with and th- I feel like they're taking shots in the dark when they're trying to like cure your problems and it's like it's not a shot at them, but it's just saying like our expertise and our knowledge and our just our knowledge basically like we have so much more to learn about the human body, like there's so much stuff that you know that they don't like, you know, all these little nagging ailments that I know a lot of people have that probably a lot go unreported or they do or whatever, but like the doctors can't cure. You know, we have diabetes and we have cancer and we have fucking all kinds of stuff. You know,
high cholesterol,
high cholesterol, acid reflux. That's what I deal with.
high blood pressure,
Yeah, all that kind of stuff.
Alzheimer's.
Yeah. So it's like we're just not where we should be yet. But people want to in America. We want to feel like everything's taken care of, even our health. So they sell. They kind of embellish a little bit and just kind of. They don't really inherently say anything, but they just sell this thing of like, well, we know more than we do, you know. But
It's just our main focus isn't a utopia; it's a dystopia. That's what the world wants.
Hmm.
That's what our people, our government want. The people in power, but even we, the people, are at fault because we can make change, but we don't make change.
Yeah, I think I could be wrong, but I think with some of the healthcare stuff, we're just not there yet. It doesn't have to do with like anything too sinister or like. I mean, I'm sure they are controlling stuff, but I feel like some of it is just we're just plain Jane not there yet. Like we just even if they
I
wanted
bl-
to, I feel like they couldn't. Like maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like
I mean,
everybody's
I
gonna
blame
die. Like
hospitals. I blame governments. I blame insurance agencies, and I blame the people.
yeah.
You know, we're all at fault for the situation
I mean, like
why
if the air
healthcare
is
is.
terrible, then the rich people are still breathing in the terrible air. You know what I mean? So I don't feel like, and I could be
They
wrong, but
have Fiji air.
yeah. um, the
um, because like, look, we have doctors, right? They go to school. They go to really expensive universities, so we have to pay them well, right? It costs a lot of money to put up a hospital. It costs a lot of money to get the technology needed, and it gets a lot of money to just keep it running at full capacity, full potential, or whatever.
mhm.
And then governments need to be able to make money off them too. So, and then we, the people, I mean, like we provide them all this money because if you're poor, broke, or you have money, you're gonna have insurance, and this insurance is gonna cover those expenses along with you being able to keep the insurances afloat.
But so what do you get kind of getting at?
I'm just saying that like we're all responsible for the situation that this healthcare situation that we're in, and when it comes to like how expensive hospitals are, and like we definitely need to come together and figure something out.
Yeah, I agree. We'll see. I think yeah, it's gonna be interesting going forward to see if people are just less and less okay with people being like super rich for things we don't necessarily need, like even athletes, politicians. Like we can have these jobs, but the fact that people are just getting mega rich off of them, I think people are gonna start to rethink that going
So you
forward.
think like I mean it's the oldest profession. I mean one of the oldest. Gladiators back in the day, they used to fight for a living,
Yeah, but they weren't uber rich like the football and basketball players now.
but
They were doing
they
well and they had some money and valor and stuff, but they weren't just like now the basketball players who gets paid higher than them. Like the only people that get paid
besides
high
football players.
well the only people that get paid higher than them are like totally out of sight and out of mind and like in the background and it's like it's like they've reached the level they get paid as much as like movie stars now basically. It's like they are like full-blown celebrities at this point. And you just used to not. But even the celebrities, it's like I don't think they should be getting like movie stars and singers. I don't think they need to be million and billionaires. Like Jay-Z being a billionaire off of music is like ridiculous to me. Like should he be living well? Yeah, but should he be a freaking billionaire? Like that's insane to me. And other similar people to that. But yeah, it's crazy.
It never used to be like that, but also like just as like the profession got older, people just got wiser and smarter with their money, and they found more outlets. Like when it comes to advertisements,
oh
when it
yeah.
comes to like showing up
Well, we're
and
just in
doing.
it's an evolution of the society too. We're in a place like I don't know. It gets kind of in depth, but like when societies like when civilizations um ha-
Prioritize entertainment
they have it
and
yes they have a trajectory yes we've gotten to that point exactly where we're prioritizing that that's exactly yeah and in the
you know what's
past protection was more important or colonization and trade but we got to the point where we're super established so now yeah the entertainment and the luxuries are more important so that there's more funds going to those type of things.
it's funny because in high school I told this girl, she's like, what do you think's going to be the best profession in the future, or what do you think's going to be like who's going to make a lot of money? And I was like, honestly, I think celebrities. And she laughed.
Hmm.
She's like, you really think celebrities going to be making all this money and stuff? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it just like I could tell from a young age that like celebrities had it made. Like all you have to do is just perform one or two songs, or even like that guy that Slurp Cup guy. Have you seen him? The one that Snoop Dogg called out.
Yeah
He's like
fat
super overweight.
yeah Dave Blunt's fuck him.
Yeah, he's just sitting down, just singing a few songs, auto tune, just drinking his
And
cup,
then he
daddy's
said he didn't know who
around.
Big Mo was. It's like, okay, he's crooked.
Uh, he wants to be the only big guy ever known,
He's just a big fucking pile of shit. Can't even walk.
and he's rich, richer than us.
It doesn't mean anything though. He can't do
Yeah,
anything.
and he has an oxygen tank with him around.
Enjoy it while it lasts, Dave Blunts.
You might be smoking your last blunt here soon.
Shit.
Oh my
He
god,
can't even wipe his own ass.
he's got baddies wiping it for him
Oh, man, he's doing better
with
than me, I
money.
guess. Um,
Yeah,
what was I gonna say?
but yeah,
Okay,
we're like putting those people on a pedestal now.
a little bit, but I think people are starting to wake up a little bit too. That's kind of the point of what I'm saying. Maybe
Yeah,
not, but I
but
feel like it's starting to happen. One other thing I wanted to say about this shooter, real quick. I feel like there was a time, it didn't last that long, but where the news didn't want to say like the name of the person because they didn't want to make it more popular, or, like more people to try to do that same type of thing. But now it seems like they're not doing that anymore.
anybody that assassinates someone in broad daylight and almost gets away with it is gonna become popular no matter what. Even people that do it and get caught, they always get popular, like no matter what. Like there have been so many people that have killed people just because they're a fan,
Hmm.
or just because they hate them, or just because they just want to become famous off of it. Like we need to stop that trend, and it needs to be looked down upon.
Yeah.
I think it's ridiculous because the CEO had a family of his own. He had his own life going on. It got ended just because of this guy went on a little tantrum
Yeah.
and wanted to kill him. And then he wasted all these resources, a lot of cops' times, a lot of people's times trying to find him and track him down.
Hmm. Yeah.
And he wasted a bunch of monopoly money too.
Yeah, that was weird. What was the point of that?
I don't know. I guess to throw off his scent or something.
It's almost like just to give the news something to talk about when they didn't have anything else. Like, oh, we found this. It's like it was almost like he was trolling a little bit too, and trying to say like he was trying to send a message of some sort. Like it's all just a game, or it's all just bullshit.
Yeah.
Because why else would you do that? And
I
then
guess
apparently he had a manifesto. It's like all this stuff. We don't even know if that's even all true.
I think
It's
it's a
weird.
symbolization, the
Yeah,
money. Because what do you do
for
in
sure.
Monopoly? Like you go to jail.
Yeah. Well, it's fake money too. So it's just like
Yeah.
it's a troll. It's just like saying, "Oh, everything's bullshit."
Yeah. Or like maybe he passed go
No,
and he
he passed go.
Oh
Copper,
dude.
copper. Did Copper whisper that one in your ear?
Yeah, he's right behind me.
Man, I've been watching so much Caesar Milan. I feel like I could come down there and tame that little beast.
Um so about this guy, right? Did you hear that he used a 3D gun?
What is that?
Like a 3D printer? Like he printed out his gun. It
I
was
don't
a ghost
understand how
gun.
that works. How do you 3D print? See, I don't understand how a 3D printer works. Do you?
Yeah, I do. So you buy a printer and you get a program and then you program it to print stuff.
Okay, but that's okay. Like I get the very basics of it, but like this 3D printer, like what material can it print stuff in? Everything?
Just depends with what you use. It's let me see.
See, because it like I've of course I've heard of them, but it just doesn't make sense to me. Like I don't get how.
It's usually plastic,
Yeah, so
or
he
it's
has a
usually
plastic gun or what? Like,
yeah. I was like, okay, so from home parts without a serial number, making the pistol had a metal slide and a plastic handle with a metal threaded barrel.
so he bought like one or two metal parts, and then the rest of it was plastic.
Yeah,
Okay.
like he did the like the outline, the shape, and then he put like the real components in it, and it was enough to kill a man.
Hmm.
And I think it's like if they ever do ban guns, I feel like people will go this route to make more guns. So I don't
Yeah,
think
but he had to get a couple of parts that were official because you can't 3D print an entire gun. I don't believe. Maybe I'm wrong, but like
yeah, but you can easily melt like metal.
Not
You,
easily.
you just need a high temperature and just put in
A
a
mold,
casting,
that's
a
super.
mold.
That not that dude. The amount of people
If
that are gonna be
if
able to do that is like super
if they
low.
could melt metal in the
If they
back in
can
the
do all
day,
that,
it
they don't need a
makes
fucking 3D printer. They're just gonna make a whole fucking gun. If they can melt metal and like, come on, dude.
yeah. But I think a 3D printer is way easier than making a gun from scratch. Like
Obviously, but I'm saying there was a few essential metal parts, like the firing pin can't be plastic.
yeah, we're just not gun experts to answer these questions.
And I think he made his own bullets, so that like you have to have other equipment too. That's not as I feel like that is not as hard as like making your own gun from scratch. But I believe he made his own bullets, so that takes a little bit of knowledge too. But like
Oh, and he also put like some carving on the bullet too, or like some words.
that seems a little weird.
Yeah. Let's see if I can find it.
What did he put? Kiss me in the dark.
Like fight for freedom or some. Oh, deny, defend, and dispose.
He's crooked.
And people have been trying to like make merch out of it and sell it. That's pretty messed up, ain't it? They're
Yeah.
trying to make like they're trying to make money off this killer and everything, and they're trying
Well,
to use
everyone
all.
trying to make some money off of everything these days.
Yeah, they're trying to make
It's
like the
all about the
Haktua
money,
stuff,
boys. That's what I was just about
like
to say too. The Haktua.
The Haktua.
She's
Haktua.
she's about over. They fucking
Yeah, she's going to jail. She's
she made a
gone.
crypto.
She's
You
gonna
love it?
become like a dyke.
You want her
Yeah.
gone?
I mean, I don't want her gone, but I think she should have been. I think she should have been wiser.
Oh,
She
you
messed
fucked up,
up.
Haktua. You fucked up.
She got too. A meme going. Oh yeah, I can't wait.
You should have just been happy
Anyway,
with the couple million and the podcast and fading into
y-
like the background.
yeah,
She just couldn't
you would have
do
been
it.
happy with that, right?
Yeah,
You would have just kept doing the podcast and just
she's
chilling. Just
crooked.
she wanted it all. She wanted to become the next Beyonce, a
She wanted to
billionaire.
be the next Bobby Adloff or however the fuck you say her name.
Bob Liatulaf or whatever.
Yeah, how the fuck ever you say her name. I don't really care.
The Catch Me Outside girl.
No, the one that has like the podcast in her bed and she's
Oh,
like
okay,
Pam
yeah, yeah.
Light off the office.
Yeah, she divorced her husband after she started making all his money and sleeping
Yeah.
with
What's
rappers.
Bobby, whatever her
Apparently,
name is.
yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently, we don't know. We don't know what she does now. Now that she's single.
She's a whore. Well, anything else to say about the shooter? Do you even want to watch these news videos? I feel like everyone's seen them, honestly.
Yeah, everyone's seen him. I think. They just.
I mean, people
I
are gonna
just don't
check
think
that
it's
shit out if they
right.
want to.
People are trying to like set up GoFundmes to like pay for this guy's lawyer fees and everything.
He's the Joker. They feel sorry for him. They resonate with him, you know?
Yeah, but is it worth like killing someone, taking someone's father away?
I mean,
I mean, was he even responsible? He's just like the.
it's like I've
He's
made
like
the
the.
argument a long time ago on this podcast where the accumulation of wealth is not a good thing. Like this guy has all this $10 million that he makes $10 million a year. People don't like that. It's like why do you deserve that?
We almost have to make ghost figures or like scapegoats for people who run this stuff.
You don't think they already do have that?
Possibly. Like
Yeah.
kings and queens, like when shit got down and shit wasn't going right, they would take it out on them.
If Trump was really the one who was gonna take over and run things, do you think they would risk that motherfucker getting shot?
What do you mean? Like the
Like he is the
assassination or anything?
scapegoat. Hello. You're like they should have scapegoats so that the real important people don't die. It's like they do. That's what Trump is. I mean, do you think they ever would really let the real person that's gonna run this shit get out on stage and almost get fucking shot in the head? I mean, come on, dude. That's a joke. But yeah, it's
So
all
presidents
interesting.
aren't presidents aren't real. That's what you're saying.
I mean, I think we really should all be questioning what the fuck is real after this past like several years. Ever since COVID, you should be watching everything with a watchful eye.
Like a third eye.
Just question things, you know.
Yeah, I guess. I guess you're right. Yeah.
This I don't
We're
know.
getting.
That's the thing. I haven't jumped to any conclusions or wild conspiracies about this shooter. I'm just questioning everything. I think it's curious that they were the updates were so frequent. Uh, it's interesting. Like we've talked about how they kind of try to make him relatable, and there are reasons why maybe he is a little relatable, but that you got to be careful about that. So I don't know, but I think it's good just to analyze it, think about it, and don't just jump to a conclusion. You know what I mean?
His classmates said that they that he wasn't like this. Like he's acting like a completely different person. You think he got like possessed by a demon or something,
Nah, I think
or
people
brainwashed?
can hide parts of themselves pretty well, honestly. Cause
Like
like
we
that's
never
it,
know the real you or me. Like I will never know the real you deep inside that you keep to yourself.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's levels of that with different people, and some people are more transparent, less transparent, and there's
Like your brother,
levels,
for
and
example. You know your brother like deep down.
yeah. But like you said, there's
Like
stuff.
you know what his like you know what his true intentions are. Like usually.
I mean, yeah, but like you know,
Yeah.
um, everyone has that part of themselves they probably don't show to anybody. You know what I mean? So it's
Because you can't hide certain things because actions speak louder than words. Would you say?
yeah. Um, yeah, but I don't know. I don't think anything crazy happened with this guy. Basically,
Yeah, he
um,
just was a ticking time bomb.
yeah. Um,
Imagine the kind of hate you have to have in your hand, in your mind, in your heart to do all this. That's crazy. He
but he
graduated
could
as a
he
valid.
like he could be
He gra-
he could think this is like the right thing to do. That's the thing, you know.
like a martyr.
Yeah,
He was valedictorian
yeah. But what
from a
does that
prep
mean?
school.
What does that mean?
Like he was top of his class.
But so what?
I mean, usually those people are like
After
admired.
people graduate, how do you know who's a valedictorian in life?
Well, your classmates
No
tell
one
you.
knows though. I don't know who mine was. I did it
Really?
at the time. I don't know now. Who gives a fuck? Yeah, do you know who your class valedictorian was?
Yeah, I do.
Well, you're a fucking loser, and I guarantee you, in 10 more years, you won't, and you won't give a fuck. Or you might, but it's just like no one like that shit doesn't matter. When I meet people, no one ever tells me that about someone, or when I meet someone, they never tell me that I was the valedictorian. It's like, yeah, who cares? What doesn't mean anything. If that was all, if that had such a great weight, then people just wouldn't go to college, or they wouldn't. It's just like I'm valedictorian. It's like and so what?
You think you upset people whenever you say that?
I don't know. I don't really ever say those things to people, but
Because you like imagine you like at a party or whatever, and then someone's like, "Oh, I was top of my class. I was a valedictorian."
it's like you're a fucking loser, dude.
That's funny.
I can
Yeah, but
guarantee you we
probably
probably don't relate because those kind of people don't fucking actually ever do anything physically hard.
yeah, like the valedictorian of my class became a teacher.
Yeah.
You think that's hard?
In its certain ways, but I don't think he's ever worked physically hard outside. And I don't know him. I could be dead wrong, but if I had to guess,
Yeah, I
but
feel
I
you.
mean, it's hard to go to college and stay dedicated. It's hard to deal with kids every fucking day, and it's hard to deal with. He has his own hard things, but
Yeah, how do you feel about Ice Spice falling off?
it's pretty typical. There's just not
People don't
any.
like her anymore because she
Yeah.
got skinny. Do you think that's true?
No, I think she just didn't put out any good music.
Mm,
What's the last I Spy song you could talk about?
the Munch one.
And that's like old now.
It's old news. People still
If you
use
put out good
that's
music, people will forget about some of the bad stuff. Even if like it's something, it's like, dude, put out something good, they'll focus on that. But she's not putting out any good music, so yeah, she's washed.
Yeah, you think Drake's washed too?
I don't know what's up with him. If I was him, I would have put something out. I never would have thought Kendrick would have put something out again before Drake after their beef. I thought it would have been the total other way around. So he took a L with that in my book.
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't drop like an album.
That's what I would have done right after the beef, like a month or two after the beef, banger album. And a lot of people
Just
would have just been like, I don't care about the beef.
like don't
But
even mention his name or anything. Just good
yeah,
music.
yeah. Instead, that's what Kendrick did. It's like, well, I don't know. I guess Drake's done.
Yeah,
It's kind of weird, but it's very interesting. I don't know.
yeah, it's weird.
So that Kendrick album was pretty good though. I will say that. I enjoyed it. There was probably about like a third of it that was like absolutely amazing, a third that was like pretty good, and then a third that was like okay, like I wasn't like just okay, but not amazing. But like there was probably 3 or 4 songs in there that were like really really good. So um, I think GNX I liked, Whacked Out Murals, and there was like 1 or 2 other ones. I feel like I'm missing like the biggest one. But yeah, there was some really good beats, and he really did pretty good on that one. Did you hear it ever, or did you give it a listen?
Nah, haven't given it a shot.
Yeah, it's decent. Like I
I
said,
need to though.
it has a few songs that are like really good jams where you're like, okay, bobbing your head and like this shit's I fuck with it. TV Off is another one that a lot of people like. Uh, but yeah, it was good. You should check it out. Anything else you got on this serial killer? Or I guess he's not a serial killer, but the assassin,
Hit a
the
hitman.
hitman.
Nah, I think whatever's gonna come out is gonna come out, and he's
They're getting
gonna
him
go
to
to
trial
jail.
super quick. They're not like
Uh,
usually like Diddy's trials taking forever. Like normally, even with small time people, when you catch a case, like it takes almost a year for you to go to trial or like deal with your shit. But this guy, they're like fucking, let's get it on. They want this shit done before Christmas. It seems like.
yeah, he's trying to fight it. Like he's trying to fight every little
Yeah,
like
he's trying to
nook and
avoid
cranny. Like
extradition, but I don't think that really. I don't even know how that could work. But
he wants to get trialed in a different state. I mean, he's crooked.
yeah, I don't think that's gonna
Yeah,
work. But like I said, that's just another little thing that like that doesn't need to be a whole news story, but that's like taking up a whole news cycle of how he wants to get extradited. And then tomorrow there's going to be another thing. Because it was first, it was just like the news that it happened. And then he was missing with no trace. And then they said they thought they saw him run away on a bicycle. And then they found the Monopoly money. And then like every 12 hours there was a new update. So I feel like tomorrow there's going to be a new update about whatever the fuck's going on. So anyway,
yeah. You think
this is really dominating the news cycle.
you think Pennsylvania is a good place to get trialed?
I don't know anything about the laws up there. I mean, when you kill
Yeah.
somebody like that with a homemade weapon that's illegal, you're fucking fucked no matter where you are, pretty much. Um,
You
so
think New York has the death penalty?
I don't think they do, but I know they have really strict gun laws. But like I said, at this point, that really doesn't matter too much. I don't think. And he traveled across state lines to do it, so that also, I think that makes it a federal crime, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So he is fucked. You know, when you make an illegal gun, you travel across state lines, you're plotting it the whole time. It's not like he just went crazy. Like he was researching this. It's not like he just went crazy and got a gun and like you could say it was like the heat of the moment or like a crime of passion or something. It's like no, this was planned. You know, according to what we're hearing, you know, he had a uh what do they call it? A manifesto or whatever. He wrote the name. When you start writing stuff on the bullets, you can just kiss away that this wasn't premeditated and you didn't know what the fuck you were doing. You can kiss that goodbye. You know what I mean? When you're writing shit on the bullets, like any chance
Yeah.
of you saying this was a heat of the moment, that's out. You know what I'm saying? So
That's like the art kid wanting to get revenge on the school bully.
yeah, I mean that's just some other level shit. Um,
Like it's an art to it. Like
Yeah, I mean,
like
you
killing
really,
an art.
really,
I
really
mean,
thought about this and enjoyed it. You didn't just get mad and decide to do it. Like you thought this through and you enjoyed it a little bit. So anyway, it's
yeah.
interesting. But yeah, I
I
don't.
mean,
Go ahead.
Pennsylvania has an active death penalty, so maybe he wants to get trialed in Pennsylvania so they can put him down in the chair, so he
Hmm.
can just
Yeah.
But New York doesn't have
Well,
an
he should have
active
just
death
killed
penalty.
himself if he wanted to do all that.
Yeah. But people once they get caught, they want to make a big scene like he's doing now. Like he's
Yeah.
screaming every chance he get, and they had to hold him down and restrain him.
Yeah. Well, they
You
love
know,
all that shit too. They act like they don't, but they kind of like it.
he wants to go out with like a bang, I guess.
Yeah. It's interesting they're giving us this to focus on at the end of the year, you know? This is like dominating the news right now.
I wonder how many movies are gonna come out now because of this.
50 Cent, I don't know if he was trolling, said that he was going to make a documentary about this guy.
Ugh, he, that guy is starting to annoy me with the
50 Cent
document.
is gay. That's gonna come out, bro. He was so happy when P Diddy went down. He was so in love with trolling 6ix9ine and throwing dirt on 6ix9ine's name. And now that Jay Z's might be getting exposed and there's these allegations against Jay Z, he was one of the first ones that's big to kind of have a good laugh about it. It's like, dude, why every time somebody does something that's um like gay or something like that, you're the first one to just like love it. It's like, bro, like
Like a jealous ex lover.
exactly. And it's like it's almost like the to oversimplify, like smelt it, whoever smelt it dealt it, or like it takes one to know one. That's what I was looking for. It's like it takes one to know one. And if you're so happy when all these gay dudes are going down, it's like, yeah, exactly what you said too, like a scorned ex lover. And there were like rumors back in the day with G Unit, but like Game had like beef with him after they were like in G Unit together. So and he was throwing around like rumors about like some gay shit. So I feel like 50 is on the low gay, and he's just like loving that nothing's happening to him for whatever reason. So that's another interesting thing to watch if anyone kind of interested in like the hip hop garbage. Uh,
It's just like that's the only way for him to stay relevant is to start making all these documentaries. Like
yeah.
the first one with P Diddy, all right, I get it. He's your enemy. You hated him.
Oh,
I
he made
get
a
it.
documentary
Like you,
about that.
yeah, like he has
Oh,
all
he's
this proof.
crooked.
He has all this footage. He sold it to Netflix for like bunch of money. Like he
Yeah.
knew he was eventually gonna get caught. All right, I get it. That's a good one. That's a good chess move. But
But
it's
now
like
with
I'm
Jay
pretty
Z
sure he's
too.
now. It's like all right, bro. Like
It's like,
you're
how
better
long
off
did you
coming.
know about all this stuff and you didn't say
Uh,
anything?
and you just kept quiet, waiting for the right time to speak up.
It's like you're crooked too.
Like he should have like making a guest appearance. Okay, that's different. Like they're at least paying you a bag to pull up and say something. I get it. But now you're the one in charge of all the directing and what gets said and what gets done. I mean,
He's
I don't know.
crooked.
Yeah, it's kind of scary.
Yeah, so that's something to watch for. But well, I guess that was a pretty good stream. We lasted what are we at now? Almost 40 minutes. Pretty short and to
Yeah,
the
that sounds
point.
good. Yeah,
All right.
cut
Well,
it.
if anyone was here live with us, I appreciate you. If you catch the restream, appreciate you as well. Get in the comments. Let us know what you thought about the United Healthcare CEO getting killed. Kind of the whole breakdown. Give your opinion. If you heard a take we didn't say here, or you have something different, throw it in the comments. As always, give us stuff to talk about in the future. Y'all go check out Mr. Joe Games channel. And until next time, I guess we'll see y'all soon.
Mr. Joe Games, Joey Flex. We made this far. Smash the like button. Thanks for tuning in. It's been Where There's Smoke podcast with LOG and Joey Flex. See y'all next time. Peace.
All right, we out.